Welcome, welcome, one and all, boys and girls, children of all ages. You are tapped in to the Two Dope Marks on a Thursday. We are on our regularly scheduled time. If you look at our faces, I may look a little stressed, a little, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying. D looking crystal clear and picture perfect, 14K HD over there. Yeah, again, thank y'all for tuning in. Again, find the Two Dope Marks on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. Also, you can find us on YouTube at 2DopeMarks. Like, comment, subscribe to the pod. We are live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube every Thursday night, on demand on Fridays. And if you ain't down with that, I got two words for you.
Eat chicken.
I mean, that's what Patrick Mahomes' wife thought that was his thing, but that's not how that went. That's not how that went at all, man. It's not how that went at all. So we got a jam-packed show for you tonight, man. It is not a Champions weekend. I would hope that folks are, safe in Riyadh right now, because the United States government is being the United States government.
Fuck that shit. It's Ashe weekend, man. That's what it is.
Yeah. Let's get to the real.
Before we even, you know what I'm saying?
Before we even get into like wrestling.
Hey, let them people know what the honorable Mr. Darius Lockhart, the knowledge, the blessing that he done put on the folks.
Yes,
this weekend.
So, folks, ladies and gentlemen, Ashe, June 28th, Charlotte, North Carolina, Return of King. You can watch it live free on YouTube and Twitch this Saturday. So if you can't physically be in the building, you can check out the card. You can check out all that beautiful black wrestling.
And if you even a brokey, you can still watch it.
Yeah. Again, this card is loaded. This card has the return of Cedric Alexander, who is newly signed to TNA, last I checked. It has the opening round of the Ashe Women's World Championship Tournament. It has, in the main event, Darius Lockhart, Darius Carter, for the Ashe Men's Championship. There is so much going on. If you missed out last couple weeks ago, we chopped it up with Darius Lockhart himself. He broke down the card, his love of Cedric Alexander, and him giving back to Ashe, and why this weekend in 2 days is probably arguably the biggest weekend in Ashe wrestling history thus far. So that's where we at with it, man.
Is it crazy that I'm gonna be at a pool party pretty much watching it?
No.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. Again, watching pro wrestling wherever you can watch pro wrestling. That's the beautiful thing about it in 2025. You can pick and choose when you want to say tap in, when you don't want to tap in, when you just want to relax and kind of like just kick it. It all works, my boy. It all works. That's why tonight we going over everything. And at the same time, we got questions and we also got answers to a whole bunch of things. But first, before we even get into the wrestling, I have to ask D a very solid question. So, Double XL released the 2025 edition of the freshman cover. I'm going to blindly ask you, do you know any of the rappers on that list this year?
I know one, and that's because two of his brothers play in the league.
Okay.
You know what? And I done heard about the Samara Sin joint, but the rest of these motherfuckers, I don't know who the fuck they are. Look at these damn names. 1900 Rugrat. What? That's how you know. That's how you know when you getting older. Like it's one thing to be a true fan of hip hop, but it's another thing to just listen to some of these little crazy ass names. This shit wild. Baby Chief Do It.
He from Chicago. He from Chicago.
So is he Chief Keef, a legitimate
No,
baby? Or
no,
something?
no, no.
Okay. Okay. What about Lazy Dem 700?
You could tell me that's an Xbox gamer tag, bro.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Out of
Mhm.
since they've been putting them out, who had the best draft class? Who had the best XXL freshman class? I'm sorry. I'm
It
thinking about
had
the
to
NBA
be.
draft last night.
It had to be either 2010 or 2011.
Yeah. Yeah. Cole, Big Sean, Freddie, Nip,
Mhm.
Wiz. Okay. And you said 11?
20 is either
Yeah.
10 is either 2010 or 2011.
It's because two of your favorite rappers are on there. That don't count.
No, like no. Look at what they put up.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I would have to say, oh shit, 2009, Wale,
Mhm.
Currency, Cuddy.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's one more. Let me see. One more. I think that's it. No, actually, from a from just the artist standpoint,
Mhm.
2016. That's Uzi, that's
Mhm.
Herbo, that's Anderson Paak, that's 21
Mhm.
Savage, that's Kodak.
I hear
From
you.
from hits. We are true hip hop fans. I understand where you're coming from, but
Uh-huh.
from record plays and streams, yes.
Yeah.
2019 was a good one too.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I
Yeah,
was just
2019 is a good one too. Let me see. One, two. But they have a good one every year. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
if I had to choose from last year, I would have chose my man X. Big X the
Oh
plug.
yeah.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
easily yeah. But no, I gotta
yeah.
go. It's 10 or 11. Nine is a solid one. Nine is a solid
No,
one.
it's not solid for a
Nah,
body of
mind you,
work.
that ain't even
Not
the
my,
whole class. That's just the cover.
right. So body of work, 2011. Body of work is definitely 2011
Mhm.
because you're thinking about Meek. You got
Yep.
Crit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You got Kendrick. YG is big in the West Coast. Mac Miller done put some shit out. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? But true, I'm gonna be real with you. 2010 will crush 2011. I'm just being real.
I mean, the hardest is some hard. That 2010
Yeah.
class is hard.
Yeah.
Cole, Ill, Nip, Wiz, Gibbs, Sean,
Yeah.
J Rock, Face Sean,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question to you is real simple. When did you stop
Mhm.
caring?
I'm gonna tell you exactly as I'm looking here. It would have to have been 2020. I don't give a shit about Jack Harlow. Rod Wave just, you know, Lil TJ,
Yeah.
like Fivio Foreign, he just be on that drill shit.
Who
Um,
is 5-year foreign who is currently locked up for
yeah,
unknown reasons. Yeah.
if I had to go with two out of that, of course, I love me some Harlow. I love me some Lotto.
Mhm.
And probably Chopper.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you that one. For
Yeah,
me,
I think that's the last time I actually gave a shit.
I think for me, if 2020 is that for you, it might
Mhm.
have been 2024 for me. Like it
2024.
slowly started to decline,
Yeah,
so to speak. But
yeah.
24, and I was like, all right, I know X, and then is 9 other people.
I know the Mexican and I know Boss Man, but that's it. And I heard of
Yeah.
Scarlet.
Yeah. So all in all, I
Yeah,
was
no.
like, I've heard of these people, but I'm like, all right, this is not
My man said, Harpo, who these people?
yeah, putting out
But
to the people real quick fast.
that's fine. That is so fine. So,
That's to be right quick.
so you asked that question. So let's go to the next topic real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, based on the pipe bomb that was just released not too long ago,
Right.
you got the pipe bomb OG versus the pipe bomb 2.0.
So, if you lived under a rock, John Cena decided to play all the parallels from the 2011 pipe bomb into
Mm-hmm.
his version of the pipe bomb, right
Mm-hmm.
down to being in a match with R-Truth.
Mm-hmm.
Except he didn't get put through a table. CM Punk got put through a table, and yeah. So the initial pipe bomb was a subtle play on the original Summer of Punk from Ring of Honor.
Right.
And there was it was a lot of fourth wall breaking there because that was a promo style that you didn't necessarily get on WWE television at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to side with the original over the remix for one specific reason. They've been breaking the fourth wall, going deep like that for a good minute ever since the original pipe bomb.
Absolutely.
What the pipe bomb we got last Friday, it was arguably like one of the best promos from this heel Cena run. But it only drove home the point that CM Punk made when they first got on the mic a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you're doing what he said. You're me.
Yeah. At the same time, John Cena, for all intents and purposes, is a muscular, square-chinned, Fruity Pebble t-shirt wearing facsimile of CM Punk. And WWE played on this Monday on Raw. They're literally the same person
in reverse roles.
In different fonts. Yes.
Right.
They're the same person in different fonts. And when Punk said that you need me in order to make your shit hot, he was not lying. Because if you look at it, I know Cena's had hot feuds, right? But you can't remember a memorable promo battle between him and Randy Orton.
Right. So if you think about it, you see how Cena in this last run has been recycling his feuds. So his best matches to me were against Randy Orton, recycled. Trying to think. With CM Punk, his best promo exchanges have been with him. Wrestling is nothing but recycling. It's nothing but bringing nostalgia back and keep doing it over and over again with a twist or new people. So I agree with you. The original pipe bomb, like you said, is probably the better one. But then also, too, one valid point that you made, it pretty much went back to the Summer of Punk when he was in Ring of Honor when he signed with WWE. Think about this. Now you brought people. Now you people knew who CM Punk was because in WWE, the people that don't watch at that point, Ring of Honor was the indies. Now, fast forward, you bring all these people in to watch, and they know who CM Punk is, but they don't know who CM Punk is. He won the ECW title. He won the big gold belt at a certain point. You took it off of him. He did the Nexus thing. He did the what's the little thing where you
Straight Society?
Yeah, Straight Society. But you still thought he was a WWE wrestler. Now you bringing in these people, and now they're showing the DVD came out not too long after that. Where they show his time in Ring of Honor. The casual fans ain't know who the fuck CM Punk was. Like you said, since then, WWE changed their way of how they conduct promos, this, that, and the other. And I'm with it. I was shortly with it. He said some shit about, Triple H. He said some shit about Vince. He probably would talked about their mama too if they didn't cut his mic off. You know what I mean? So I'm with the old one. The new one's cool, but you got to remember at a certain point, we saw the original pipe bomb. Now WWE with TKO is trying to bring in them UFC fans and other fans, but also they're trying to appeal to a different generation. We know the CM Punk from Ring of Honor and whatnot, but at the same time, they don't know. You got fans out there that's cheering CM Punk. Ain't never seen his ass wrestle live because he was gone for so long.
Exactly.
All they know is a CM Punk from AEW. So I get it, but I'm gonna choose the OG joint.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the OG, and also the fact that they are the inverse of one another. And yes, did John Cena get a line off when he said that CM Punk was a bullshitter and a capitalist? Yeah,
yes.
He did.
Yeah. But they could do that though.
Yeah.
They could do that. They've done it to each other.
Again, they're the same person who I think at times literally were like, yo, I wish I had your career, right?
Right.
CM Punk CM Punk has accolades of like, yo, I was in the movies, right? I did like movies. I've written for Marvel, right? I've got a show right now on, I think it's Sci-Fi, right?
Right.
Whereas John Cena has Peacemaker. John Cena has movies. John Cena has a movie coming up with Idris Elba, right? So it's not like they haven't had similar feats here, right? There's just the same damn person. Except one got tattoos and the other one has an actor from Boston and can go on Colbert and hold up a "Let's Go Cena sucks."
That's fair.
It's like, I think in a lot of ways, just think about it like this. You know how we say often how rappers want to be ball players and ball players want to be rappers?
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of people think that, and I may be a little bit of a stretch here, but remember, Allen Iverson is the most he's the most culturally significant hooper of his generation. Culturally significant. That's the main thing. John Cena's cultural significance is "You Can't See" the Time Is Up theme song.
Yeah, and "You Can't See Me."
And the Yayo dance he copied, right?
Yeah.
CM Punk's cultural cachet.
Who really had it first though?
It was
That's neither here nor there. Okay.
It was Yayo. Yayo had it first. No, wait, no. When's so
When is I think it came out after, but I'm gonna mind my business.
No. I think it might have been Cena first. It might have been Cena first, but we call it the Yayo dance because he was just
the whole time
in the video. But CM Punk is, I think he's more akin to Allen Iverson than he would be Cena's Michael Jordan, right? Because hear me out here. CM Punk and Allen Iverson are both not prototypical people for their respective fields. Allen Iverson is air quotes 6 feet, 165, covered in tattoos. He's not the prototypical point guard, right? Matter of fact, he was a 2 guard. Yes, I said air quotes 6 feet.
Oh, I know. That man your height.
Air quotes 6 feet, right? Buck 65 soaking wet, but came at you with it every single night. Now, John Cena's a little different. John Cena has that same type of mentality, that same type of psycho ass edge in all types of facets, right? It's just that they do it differently. Because again, you want to look like Mike because Mike made shit look cool. John Cena don't really make a lot of shit look cool, but John Cena makes kids happy. John Cena raises a different elevation of people. CM Punk is for me, is for you, is for them people who are in the 18 to 34 demographic. We're like, yo, that is my guy. Like, you can have the little superhero cartoon dude, the dude that is covered in tattoos, telling the truth. That's mine. That's my guy.
I wouldn't put Cena. I wouldn't compare Cena to Jordan. I would compare Cena to Kobe. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Right.
We seen what, in my opinion, Jordan's the greatest. Right? We seen what that looks like. In certain people's opinion, Hogan or Rock or Austin, those people before him were the greatest. Right? But Kobe Bryant did the same thing that Michael Jordan did. He did the same thing Michael Jordan did, but perfected it and put his own twang to it. I think John Cena did the same thing. He did everything what everybody else did, put his own twang to it. So I won't put the Jordan on him. I'll put the Kobe on him because Kobe for me, he did everything Michael Jordan did, and literally pretty much talk shit about it. Kobe was his own person. Michael Jordan ain't talk that much shit. We know that now that he talks shit. But Kobe talks shit. Kobe would talk shit to the media. He'd talk shit to your mama. He'd talk shit on the court. We know Kobe was truly who the fuck he was.
Right.
So I put Cena and Kobe in the same thing.
The reason why I can't put I want to put Cena as Kobe, but I'm also like there are people that have come a little bit after Cena and have done things a little bit better in some ways, right? So
fair.
So I can't do it.
I mean, but you can say the same thing.
Yeah.
You can say the same thing with Cena. Like you have people that come behind him because there's an Edge, there is a Randy Orton. You know what I mean? There is there's a Daniel Bryan. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I get you, but I just think he's more so the Kobe of everything. Because remember, they say John Cena was the one that carried the company on his shoulders when everybody left, picked up their bag and left. Even when Punk left. When Kobe was there, when Kobe was winning the championship, Kobe was that guy. Everybody else was retiring. Jordan was retiring. Shaq was retiring. Duncan was there, but Kobe was still winning when Duncan was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's the comparison for me.
All right. So that now leads us into Night of Champions proper, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 5-match card. Y'all know how Triple H be when it comes to these mid-level pay-per-views. It's like, yo, I'm giving you 5 matches, telling you some story in between that. We getting the funk up out of here.
Right. So real quick, did they get there? Because I heard that Qatar shut down the airspace.
Yeah, no. Killer Cross posted a video today of him in Ryder. So yeah, I think they got there.
Okay.
Thankfully.
They paid that money for that,
boy. I got something for that one. But here we go. We got 5-match card, man. 5-match card highlighted with 2 King of the Ring, well, King and Queen of the Ring matches, the finals, if you will. A undisputed WWE title match, a United States title match, and 2 straight up regular ass matches because injuries. We'll get to the injuries aspects of this later. We got Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez, aka Gasolina Diesel, in a street fight. You're rolling your eyes because I refer to her Raquel Rodriguez as Gasolina Diesel.
No, it's just I don't really give a shit about this damn match.
Yeah,
I get it, but not to be honest with you, Rhea should be the one that wins that. If Raquel wins that, that's a whole situation where they're just trying to keep her up in the meantime, between time, while Liv is out.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, look, Liv being out sucks. You actually get a little bit of Raquel being, a decent, because again, street fights kind of mask what you can do in the ring. But I think Raquel can do a little something. Still, this is a mommy's match. She's gonna win this. Our good friend Sami Zayn versus our even greater friend Karrion Kross.
I don't like any of this, but just for the sake of, if you want to do it smart, yeah, let's go with Kross. Let's go with my big dog. Go with Kross. And that's picking from my heart and from a Booker standpoint. I ain't no Booker, but
ooh boy. Considering that Karrion Kross's mind games have been carrying on for so long. Him basically being the inner conscience of Monday Night Raw. You want to know a fun factoid?
Yes.
Do you know Sami Zayn has not won on a PLE in over a year?
And over a year?
Over a year. The last one he had was over Braun Breaker and Money in the Bank last year. Because remember, Braun beat that ass at SummerSlam.
Who did Sammy wrestle at Mania?
He went on the Mania card this year.
That's right. Okay, that's what I wanted to figure out. Oh wow, that's an interesting fact. And you want Sammy to lose in Saudi? Those his people.
Yeah.
But I don't want you.
Yeah.
But you know how we feel about Cross.
True.
So we want something better for him. And to be honest with you, Sammy been taking L's all his life. Get your ass whooped
one more, right?
Hey, get your ass whooped again. Fuck it. For the sake of the greater good. Go to trips and then be like, you know what? I'll take this L because that man been cooking on the back end. That man been talking shit. That man been trying to get his shit. And I guarantee his motherfucking shirt probably been selling crazy like hell. So I'm still gonna pick Cross.
Yeah. Karrion needs something. He needs something. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a Karrion Cross type situation. It might be a little weird, but yeah. 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 Okay. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right. First title match for the Yada I Mean Heavyweight Championship of the World. Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. I think he's gonna go ahead and you know what? Yep, he ain't even had to. In other words, if you happen to see this on Friday, then well not see this, but if you happen to hear this on Friday, my apologies, then you would know D just threw his Jacob Fatu Samoan Werewolf t-shirt over his face to let you know that Jacob Fatu is going to be the United States champion until D feels tired of seeing it, which personally I think ain't going to happen no time soon. So hey, they can stretch Jacob versus Solo to SummerSlam.
Yeah, I can see that.
They can stretch that.
But you know what? It might be a segue. And this is something that just been brewing in the brain. Hikuleo still lingering.
Yeah, because he did debut. He did debut on a couple dark matches and main event.
I don't know what side he gonna be on, but don't be surprised if he debuts. It might be a situation where, like, let's be real, let's be 100%.
Yeah,
He might lose that bitch because Solo been cooking. Solo funny as shit.
He is.
Solo hilarious, and he been doing his thing. So I wouldn't be surprised, but of course, I'm not putting the shirt on my face again. So yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I think Solo Sikoa retains. So remember we said last week, and I bookmarked this, that if Sami Zayn won the Royal Rumble, we're going to Mania.
Yeah.
That's what you said. We thought it was gonna be Sammy versus Jay in the King of the Ring finals, but nope. Saudi gets treated to Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the King of the Ring, and the title shot for the champion they're choosing at SummerSlam.
We know who he's going against. We know who Cody gonna go against. The crazy part is, if you think about it, let's break it down. Let's break it down. If Randy were to win, and Randy has been very adamant on trying to get number 15. He's been very adamant. He's not going to take it off of Cena. And it's too early for Cody to win that title. Cena's last date is in December. The only other main PLE before that is War Games. I would not be surprised if Randy win that match to take that bitch off Gunther at SummerSlam. Because Randy been hot as of late, man. You got motherfuckers singing yo. I hear voices in my head. Yeah, all that. You got people walking in Walmart talking about they counsel me, they understand. They talk to me. I'm gonna go with Randy.
All right. I am going to go. Lord, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Mimi about to come jump me, dog.
You some shit.
Mimi about to come jump me.
You know what? I'm about to send her a message right now.
Mimi about to come jump me, all because I'm going to say that they're probably going to get this damn thing to Cody Rhodes because they give everything to Cody Rhodes. And you know what, D?
Hmm.
I'm tired.
Tired of what?
I am tired of Cody Rhodes stories. Tired of them. Absolutely bored of them.
I've been tired.
The fact that we're getting Cody versus Randy at Saudi, yay, cool. Shake your pom-poms. But Cody Rhodes versus John Cena was ass at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena 2 in Jersey gonna be ass squared. Ass squared. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you here's what you know how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I'm gonna feel when they do this, right? I'm gonna tell you exactly how I'm gonna feel.
Know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Exactly. That's how I'm gonna feel. That is how I'm gonna feel.
You gonna walk like that too?
I'm not gonna walk like that, but I'm gonna look. If we get Cena versus Cody that soon again, throw my hands up. I'm throwing my hands up.
Not you putting that person on my screen.
Throw my hands up. Throw my hands up. Also, that person is forever. He's a Hall of Fame Hater of the Week entrant. But I'm mad that dude sometimes be giving us he be giving us memes and shit. I hate it. But anyway.
No comment.
Anyway, I don't need to see Cody versus Cena 2 this early, but knowing the WWE, they're gonna give it to us.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna give it to us, dog. I wish they didn't have to, but they gonna give it to us.
Let's make a bet.
Okay.
We're gonna make a bet live on you. Like we have our own merch store. We can get what the fuck we want to, right?
This is facts.
So let's do a bet. If Cody wins, you make a shirt that I want, and you front the money. If Randy wins, vice versa.
Deal.
Mm-hmm.
Deal. All right.
Yeah, because I got one loaded already. So be ready.
That is perfectly fine. That's perfectly fucking fine. That is fucking fine. Let's go to this one. And I said this going in. The Queen of the Ring, that side attorney, it's a far more interesting bracket than the men's. Mm-hmm. And we got something really cooking on Saturday because it's Jade Cargill versus Asuka. One way we getting Io versus Asuka, or we getting Jade versus Tiffany Stratton. D, we said before that it's gonna be Jade Cargill's tournament to lose.
Mm-hmm.
You think they letting her go over Asuka and basically have the biggest win of her singles career thus far in the WWE? A WWE studio production. This is the braid of our lives.
Her.
The braid is stopping the Empress because we got stories to tell and we got new black champions.
It's another chapter in our favorite story.
Because you know what? The layers is gonna be real funny. Jay wins Queen of the Ring. Naomi wins Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
It's still forever on site with them too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, I love Asuka. Love her to death. The match she had. You know what I'm saying? The match she had with Alexa Bliss. Solid.
I'm gonna be real with you. SummerSlam, we are not getting. I'm sorry, not SummerSlam, but at some point, because I think that Naomi will cash in. Mm-hmm. Watch that bitch crank up a little bit, and we're gonna get our Braids of Our Lives triple threat. Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Okay. So that leads us now to the main event. John Cena, CM Punk, WWE Championship. Is this going to end in another kick in the nuts, running belt shot from the corner? Or are we going to get spicy and interesting finally?
I'm going to go Cena, but it's not going to be the same shit. They got to switch that bitch up sometime. At some point. I ain't figured it out yet, but they're going to switch that bitch up. But I got John. John not losing that belt until Cody take it off of him. Let's be real. For all you kids that are watching, if you want me to sell you hope or try to go kayfabe, fuck that shit. Nah. Cena not losing that shit. And it's almost fuck them kids Friday, so fuck your dreams. There you go.
Yeah.
What we talking about next?
I want them to do something interesting with this. I really do. But I don't think they're going to do something interesting in this because it just says, hey, we're likely going to get to Cody versus Cena.
We're not.
Knowing full well, you know what story has more meat on the bone than that one?
What?
Punk versus Cody. Hell, Punk versus anybody. At least you know in his run back, he at least can link things together.
Yeah,
and
he
hell,
can.
And hell, Seth and I forgot there is Seth Rollins with the Money in the Bank briefcase, who is pure supreme ultimate hater, as is.
I don't think Seth cashes that bitch in. Seth not cashing that shit in 2025. He's not.
He ain't. You think he'll hold on to Mania again?
That's when he struck the last time.
Okay, that's a good prediction.
And what's my prediction of who gonna win the Rumble?
Sami Zayn.
Uh-huh.
So who is Sami facing at WrestleMania then? Who has the belt?
I ain't got that far yet.
Okay, that's cool.
I ain't got that far yet.
That's cool. I personally think that I'm with you. I really am. I'm really with you here. I think that given the nature of Jey Uso's reign as world champion, they can hot potato this bitch. It's not too crazy.
I mean, they've been kind of hot potato since Seth dropped it. You went from Drew
5 minutes
to literally to Damian
4 months.
Damian to Gunther.
What was that about 8? Because it went from SummerSlam to Mania.
Then you go from Gunther to Jay.
Barely 2 months.
Jay back to Gunther.
And Lord, we said enough about that thing that Gunther has to do next week, next month.
You know what? You just made me think about that. I hope that old bald head motherfucker get curb stomped. I hope his old ass get curb stomped. Because what I'm not going to do is sit there and watch an extra 15 minutes of Raw because he won the title or he lost. I don't give a shit about none of that. Keep him off my fucking TV, please.
All right. Speaking of TV, somebody posed this question online. It got me to thinking, and it goes to Triple H and his booking style, right? There are pros and cons to it. Now, somebody was like, "Dang, Triple H up here booking WWE like he did Black and Gold NXT," and I'm like, "Yeah, think about it. Champions have long reigns. They don't often defend on TV. They use TV to further build storylines, appeal leads, and sell matches. I must say, short cards, and everybody gets their stuff in. Things make sense. There's a logical point to it.
Right.
Tripp's booking compared to his predecessor's booking,
Mr. Redacted.
Yeah, it is like the difference between Tony Gwynn and I don't want to say Bonds, but D, maybe you can help me out here. Who was a player that hit a jack ton of home runs but couldn't hit for average for shit?
What's my man name that played for Kirby Puckett?
Curry was like hold on. I have to look this up now because I like Curry. I like Kirby, 2-time World Series champion Kirby. May he rest in peace.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna think of a backup while you figure it out.
Okay. Kirby Puckett was a career. Hey, man, 2,300 hits. Okay. Let's see. Kirby Puckett. Dang, he was a number one. He's number 3 overall pick. You from Chicago? You from the crib? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not from my crib, but you know. Kirby was a career 318 hitter.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, career 318 hitter, had 207 career home runs.
So let's go with. You know what? Because he had a lot of strikeouts too. Mark McGwire.
All right. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So a reason why I call Triple H Tony Gwynn, because he hitting for average, hitting singles, keeping people on base, keeping the machine, keeping things going, right? He saves his big surprises for when it's necessary to save a big surprise. Mr. Redacted, like McGwire, like if we gonna do some shit, we gonna do some shit. And a lot of times when it was that type of mindset, you got some very terrible television at the same time. You got moments, but you got some bad TV too.
So here's the differential between that. When you had Mr. Redacted there, you had a whole situation where we had no choice but to watch what the fuck we watched it because we love wrestling. You know what I mean? When the moments that hit when they were supposed to, but when WCW came around, the NWO, my man swung for the fences and he hit. You know what I mean? And he messed around and ended up being the number one. What was the thing when it came on when WWE, the number one controller in sports entertainment? So like, I think Triple H, NXT was something different. NXT was competing against the independents, the Ring of Honors, the New Japans, the CCWs, these other entities. Vince competed too, but he just stole motherfuckers. But Trips did too. Think about how many Ring of Honor New Japan wrestlers are in WWE or were in the Black and Gold. So look at that. But look at the situation now. Look at the comparison now. He pretty much had to pick up where old boy left off and had to figure it out from a main roster standpoint and try to just pick up the pieces. Now you got that TKO money. And now you got the board, which includes Dewey, deciding on what needs to be done. He's not playing with house money. He played with house money in NXT. He's not playing with house money right now. He doing what the fuck he's told. It's not the same at all. If I had to make a comparison of what's the same, look at Mr. Hickerbottom in NXT. Look at his best friend. Yeah, he playing with house money.
Yeah, because I also think that his best friend is cooking his ass in a lot of different ways too.
You know what? And that's okay because that's two different situations. That's total. If Triple H left and they put Shawn there, Shawn would have had no choice either. Wrestling is a dirty business. It's about the dollars. It's not about who your homeboy is. It's not about who likes what. It's not about what the fans want. It's not about none of that. It's all about doing what you're told. Vince was the only person that actually moved the way he wanted to do and gave us moments. And as much as it hurts me to say that, it is what it is. The other shit that he did, I ain't got no. That's not my business, and I'm not endorsing it, but it just is what it is. Don King did fucked up shit, but there's no Mike Tyson without Don King.
Yeah. I see it. I think for me, in the layers of how Trips does it Sean does it and Redacted
Mhm.
does it is that there's continuity, a lot
Mhm.
more continuity when it comes to Sean and Trips.
Right.
Redacted would
I'll say that.
just be doing shit that he found funny in his
Fair.
slowly getting to up their mind,
Fair.
right? Because there's a point where a lot of people's like, you know what? Nah, I'm off it, right? I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure it was around Roman Reigns being put dog food on, or Bobby Lashley and Lana being married, or one of them situations, right? Dark times, dark times. Meanwhile, there are points and periods where you watch NXT from that era and that point in time, you're like, dang, they having better pay-per-views than the main roster.
Yeah. Yeah.
And right now, like, I think because he has such a variety of a roster down there, Mr. Hickenbottom is cooking too.
But Trips did too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when you have that freedom to kind of, play in Mr. Hickenbottom's place, he's playing his greatest hits a lot of times compared to what
Yeah.
Trips has to do with now. Also, Trips has to do with a different animal in TKO. There was
Right.
the only person Redacted had to answer to was Redacted and
Right.
whatever sponsors, right?
Mhm.
And also, if you just look at just booking nonsensical things, and I'm just throwing this out there to you, since we're talking Redacted. Do you think? See, exactly, Jermaine, exactly.
What do
Triple H
you
had way more oversight now than he was in NXT. Redacted had no
Yeah.
oversight because he was the end all be all. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I'm going to bring it back to a thought I had, right?
Okay.
Sometimes you know how you breathe your own you breathe your own shit and you think it's like the best thing in the world.
Mhm.
All right, so it's a cheap plug, by the way. So finish this. Say hello to the bad guys. It's how pro wrestling and the NWO kind of shaped modern America. Take it back to Starrcade 1997.
You weren't born yet.
Shut up. Yes, I was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Main event of that night was Terry versus Sting, right? Mind you, that match should have ended straight up in less than 5 minutes. Should have been Sting beating Hogan ass, Scorpion Death Drop, Scorpion Deathlock, 1, 2, 3. Except they overthought shit. They overthought shit too damn much because they tried to have a screwy referee finish, then have Bret Hart come out, reverse the screwy referee finish, and then get to the actual finish.
Okay.
And they messed that up.
I think the problem with what they were doing at that time was they were trying to win. I think old boy did it based off of, and I'm not defending. Please don't think I'm defending. He did it based off of what he knew what his daddy did and what the other promoters did.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Eric was doing shit just to get ratings. Let's tap back into last weekend or last week when we were talking about Oldberg at the Georgia Dome. Like that match was not cool. That match was not good. If you go back to WCW, you can't say it's only a select few of matches that you can say, all right, cool, that was a great match. We can go back to Psychosis and Ray at Halloween Havoc. We can say that was a great ass match.
Say the same thing about Eddie and Ray. Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's not too many WCW matches that can do that. The reason why I bring that part up about the book is because they were trying to win ratings. I think with old boy in the beginning, he was about it and then started dwindling down. At a certain point right now, I think that Trips and Sean are actually, or more so Sean than Trips, are actually diving into the wrestling and then the storylines afterward. Now, Trips is diving into the storyline and doing what old boy's doing. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when it comes to Sean, let's be real on something. His best friend is his boss. He doing what the fuck he want to do, and that man can't tell him nothing.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. Let's truly be fair. But also look at this. Look at the difference between Mr. Hickenbottom and Mr. Levesque is because Mr. Levesque was stealing from New Japan, CZW, what's the other joint? Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Everything at NXT right now is home the fuck grown, and that shit is still entertaining. People need to pay attention to that. I ain't never heard of Last Legend before that. I ain't never heard of Open Film before that. Yeah, they fake names, but I wasn't watching no shot put. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so Sean is cooking, and that shows you from a talent standpoint who can actually move the way they want to move when they are playing with house money.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think really what it boils down to in a lot of ways, man, is that people have their preferences, and also people get real pissy when shit don't go the way they think it should go.
That's life.
That is.
That's life.
That is. That it is. Speaking of life and shit sucking, injuries. We say it all the time when it comes to hooping, to sports in general, but now we just gotta. It's crazy. If I look at the number of people who are currently on the IR in WWE, boy, we talking some craziness right now. Like Liv Morgan, yes, that's one. We got that one. We literally saw it, right? You got Chad Gable, who is out.
I know Chad was out.
Yeah, Chad Gable is out with a shoulder injury. I don't know when he suffered said shoulder injury.
I feel like he did that shit at Money in the Bank or the day before.
I don't know.
When
he was ever
we haven't seen him since then.
They literally just wrote him off. I think Monday. I think Monday. I think they wrote him off with Penta snapping his arm.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that, right? So we're down Chad Gable, and technically we're also down El Grande Americano, the big American. We don't know his injury.
My man was cooking.
Yeah, the big American is down.
He ate some bad food.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you this, man. Like, this is crazy. Here's the list of injured superstars that we got, right?
Mm-hmm.
I already mentioned Chad Gable. I already mentioned El Grande Americano. I've mentioned, who else did I mention? Oh yeah. Liv Morgan. Okay, yes. Sorry, yes. So yes, those are 2.5 people, right? You also got both Gorillas of Destiny out. Drew McIntyre is out. Kevin Owens, who on his pod, I don't know, but hey, man, that steel cage match kind of helped him take some time off to heal some stuff up.
It's called being 40 and over.
Maybe so. Kevin Owens is dealing with he's must say numbness and stuff with his neck. He's gonna have to have surgery later this year.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic Mysterio he was supposed to defend the Intercontinental title at Night of Champions versus one Alan Jones, but he's not doing that because he got a rib injury. Yeah, that's why we got that, right? Dragunov is still recovering from his torn ACL.
Right.
Zoe Stark. Well, we saw what happened with Zoe Stark.
Yeah.
Bianca's on the way back from her broken fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Otis is out. Rey Mysterio is out.
He old.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's been having knee injuries and that in the sort since his 20s. Big E is out. And Apollo Crews, who tore his pec. Either tore his pec or tore his bicep. I forget which. And has been sidelined ever since. He got his degree, though, while he was sidelined. So
I seen that man at the pharmacy at Walgreens up the street. That's what he been at. He's still making money though.
All right.
What? He filled my prescription.
All right, dog. All right, dog. So, my question to you is real quick, fast, man. Again, we want these people to get well soon. We want them to heal up because again, they putting their bodies on the line to entertain us, the fan. But damn, that's a lot of people that's down for the count right now, dog.
We saw the same thing around WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. Seth was out. Seth was gone. I mean, help me remember, please.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Seth was out. It's one other person that was out. It was a bunch of them out. Point blank period. And to be honest with you, the only reason I remember it is because that's the most subpar WrestleMania in my modern area, like era. So like we've seen it before. We hope they get well, but wrestling is a dangerous sport. And again, wrestling not fake, whether you believe it or not. You know what I mean? Like wrestling is pretty much an equivalent to the Housewives or that dumbass show, Love Island. Like it's real to a certain degree, but until it's not real no more.
Yeah. It sucks. It definitely sucks. I think that once we get people back, you know what I'm saying, things are gonna kind of be smoother. But right now, it's just a bad feeling. It's a bad feeling. Same way how we felt bad on Sunday when Tyrese Halliburton popped his Achilles.
I seen that bitch could pop. Yeah, that shit was real.
Yeah. See, it's that sort of thing. It's like it's taken away from something you and I both know is like, yo, we really could have had something special here, dog.
Yeah.
Real special. And Game 7 would have been real special in terms of Pacers and Thunder.
The man hit 3 threes back to back, and as soon as he had the pump fake and make sure he was good, he popped that bit.
It looked like Kevin Durant 2019.
Yeah.
Well, newest Houston Rocket Kevin Durant, I may say.
Next subject.
All I'm saying is that, man, injuries suck. We hope these people are well. It's just staggering when you list it all out and you read it out and you just figure out like, damn, that's a lot of people down. Before we get out of here, we got two questions revolving around two very outstanding women's champions, right? The first one, we teased this last week. We're gonna bring this back up again. When's the last time Io Sky defended her women's world title? Mania, right? When's the last time that Io Sky wrestled on Raw?
I got nothing.
Tag team match, her, Rhea Ripley versus Julia and Roxanne Perez. What I'm saying is this. Even Tiffany Stratton, as the women's world champion on SmackDown, she's been in a match.
Look at the trends. Look at the trends. They only do this. They only do that type of situation when they're trying to hide injuries or hide champions. Think about it. The women's tag team titles, they hide it. Let's look at our boys, the Street Profits. They've had 2 great matches within the last month, but they take breaks. It's pretty much the equivalation. My new word, equivalation.
I knew you was that one, yeah.
To low management in the NBA. That's what that shit is, man. That's straight what the fuck that shit is. That's all. I mean, I get it, but people want to see their champ. Don't put titles on people that are not going to wrestle.
Yeah, I think
it's the Stone Cold IC Championship treatment
from '97.
Yeah,
after he broke his neck and
everything
switched up. Yeah, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. It's literally like there's a generation of people who don't even know Steve Austin circa before that neck injury.
Listen,
and that man was a 5-star classic before that neck injury.
I'm gonna go before that. I'm gonna go for that. Him and Brian Pillman, the Hollywood Blondes.
They're layers. My thing with EO is if you have a capable world champion, you can't even again like the most story development we've gotten from EO since Mania, really, and since whatever mini, let's say, let me see how y'all really are on the main roster situation with Roxanne and Julia, is now her saying, yo, there's no damage control, but me and Asuka can finally have our match. That might be your shirt, by the way. That might be your shirt.
I know. Yeah, I got some shit cooking.
Equivalation. Judge.
But he did, Corey. But you gotta remember, he had a lot of promos in between that time where Vince wanted to make sure that he was good. Like, we didn't see Austin was on TV every Monday night. I believe, and quote me if I'm wrong, B, I believe this is before SmackDown was a thing. So Austin was on TV every damn night, and he just sat there and did promos. We don't want that shit no more. Like, you have so much talent that you can promote and do what you need to do. Unfortunately, they build people up, and now people have to respond. That's how they make their money.
Yeah,
but
especially when you got a 2.5 hour telecast.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, I think what it is that we've literally seen EO have to take a back seat because now you're building out the women's Intercontinental title storyline between Bayley, Becky, and the Bird Lady, aka Lara Valkyria. And yeah, man, look, that 30-day, look, somebody need to invoke it. Adam Pearce, invoke that 30-day rule, cuz.
Fuck it.
Invoke that 30-day rule.
Sean, your favorite Corey, got his ass beat in a bar for talking shit, and he had to give up his belt. That's why his eye crooked.
That is okay. That ass whooping is not why. That's not why. that ass whooping that he got 9-5 deserved, mind you.
Hey, Corey about to fuck me up.
All I'm saying, like, look, the thing with EO is that like you have somebody who's an all-time great in ring and is literally getting over personality and everything else beyond the in ring stuff, right? Like, I think people just want to see more EO, and I think whatever happens with Queen of the Ring, we'll probably get more. But dang, you basically had your women's world champion on ice for 2 months.
But that's the hard part, because when you build, you put the work and the money into building somebody up, and then they get hurt. It's a contact sport. It's a sport. People get hurt, and you got to figure out what it looks like when somebody gets hurt. You have to have a backup plan. Unfortunately, that's not the case all the time. Oh, there you go.
Oh Lord.
I'm not doing this with you, Corey. I've been drinking.
Oh Lord. That was a shame. You know what? You know what's crazy thing about injuries? It was. In doing the I was just doing research. Do you know what the WWE said that Jade Cargill suffered after she got pushed off that on that damn windshield by Naomi?
What?
A deep lumbar paraspinal muscle contusion, a bruised kidney, a sprained MCL on her right knee, a tibial plateau bone bruise on her right knee, and facial lacerations.
Yo, Naomi beat her ass.
She beat the fuck out of her.
She beat her ass. She beat her ass.
I need them to play that up, because again, if you're telling me spinal like Mike Tyson, you telling me Naomi did all that.
Hey, you remember the movie? What's the movie? The Grown Ups joint with Adam Sandler. And,
yeah.
You remember the dude that had the cash like this?
Yeah.
That should have been Naomi in that place.
It should have been. It should have been. Speaking of the other half of Team Bad, I remember when Naomi was part of that. Mercedes Moné, now that she has all these belts and likely will beat Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship at All In Texas. Does her holding all these belts cheapen the title? Because it just made me think, right? Who actually benefits from the belt collector gimmick outside of the person having the belts?
No one. Actually, the person that actually beats them.
Okay. But do the companies, like, you know?
So the companies do it, the smaller companies per se, outside of WWE, AEW, and let's go with like the CMLLs, the AAAs, and that part. They benefit from it because they have a big name to attract the crowd and get the money. Let's be real with it. Like, all right, we got Mercedes Moné showing up to I don't know, 2DopeMarks Wrestling, and they about to wrestle Zillify too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna get money off of it. So with that being said, nobody else benefits outside of the person that wins it, the bookers, and the one that takes it off for itself. And it's getting older to a certain point because to be honest, the originator of the belt collector was Austin Aries. Like, Austin Aries was the one that was collecting belts, but everybody don't like him, so that's fine. The next person was Kenny Omega. We saw what that looked like. He won. He won all the belts. He lost the belts. For a woman to do it, and I'm gonna go back to BRP with this shit, Black Wrestling. That's why she that high on, because she's the first woman to collect belts. That's what that is.
Yeah, my thought process with this thing is that, like, whoever beats Mercedes, of course, they're gonna get that rub, right? But at the same time, dog, like, you're holding these other companies in limbo, title wise.
Yeah, because she got to travel and she has obligations.
Yeah. I just personally think that you just gotta hold on and just kind of just think about it like this. Like, having that person show up to your building is almost like with the territories and when Ric Flair showed up to the building be sold out and shit like that. But that's just, you just gotta wait. And that's a lot of waiting, a lot of situations. Just like, okay, so when, right? I don't think that, again, I'm here for Mercedes collecting all her fucking things, first and foremost, right?
Right.
I just think that there's no logical way that Toni Storm walks out of all Texas with her title intact.
It is. It is.
Really?
I got one for you.
All right, I'm listening.
Who's the one person that she's beat that she hasn't took their title?
Athena.
My point. Athena's due up from Ring of Honor. If you want to do something cool, you want to do something straight, you want to do it straight, real business, you allow her to take it off Toni Storm. And then, this is All In. You allow it to go to another pay-per-view, and you allow Athena to go title for title with her and win the AEW championship. If they're smart. It's logical. I fuck with Toni Storm too, but no. Here's the problem. You have to have Mercedes defend the shit consistently and not just do segments. We just talked about this a few minutes ago. Not just doing promos or not eating steak ringside.
I mean, I'm glad they started off Dynamite yesterday. Like, nah, let's get to the shits.
You feel me? Man, listen. People want to see their favorite wrestlers wrestle. That's why they are their favorite wrestlers. That's all, bro.
I'm here for you, dog. I'm here for you, but you know how you want to see your favorites? You want to see them all up in the videos, dancing, and they on death row? Sometimes it's just some people you just gotta hate on, because I mean, hating makes the world go around. Hating brings out such a passion within you, like Pusha T. And Pusha T ain't even hating, But you know who is a good hater?
Hey.
Ice-T is a great hater, goddammit. So yes. Oh, shout out to Xavier Woods for dressing up like the Player Haters Ball on Raw.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's culture. That's culture.
Yes.
Now it's time for Hater of the Week, our favorite segment where we just get to shoot the shit about people who get on our goddamn nerves. D, you go first. I went first last week because I had to go in on some politicians and people thinking that Pusha T versus Travis Scott was actual rap beef. Go ahead, sir.
So you actually gave me my hater of the week. You mentioned Tyrese Halliburton. You mentioned the Achilles stuff. My hater of the week is the person that created the lows. I am 42 going on 43 years old. I have weak ankles. Guess what? I wear nothing but high tops. I caught some injuries here and there. That's cool. If you look at NBA players, outside Steph Curry, he wears a lot of ankle braces. So my hater of the week is the creators from Nike that want to put KD's, Jason Tatum's, Kyrie's, anybody that puts on lows because they don't support your Achilles. You dumbasses are the ones that never played ball. It's not a person in there it's not a person in that boardroom or their marketing that decide to say, hey, I play ball. This is what works for me. Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum, Dame Lillard, they all tore their Achilles in integral moments. Parents who are watching their kid, who are watching, if your kids play ball or if you play ball randomly, don't wear lows. Don't. There's a reason why a lot of Jordan shoes are high top. There's a reason why. Pay attention to this shit. That's my hater of the week.
So, again, if you know me, you know where I work, and ACLs and Achilles have been a very hot button topic conversation. It's not even my hater of the week. Really. My hater of the week is myself.
What the fuck you do?
My hater of the week is myself, dog. Because I am going back home to the motherland that is Houston, Texas this weekend.
I'm about to get comfortable for this one.
It's June 27th weekend. It's Beyonce weekend in Houston. I'm giving myself hater of the week because I almost fucked myself up. I almost did not check into my flight. You know who my flight is with? Southwest.
Okay. Well, what are you in? What are you in? D57?
Nah, B30. B30. I am on the cusp. I am on the cusp of being on the back on in the way back.
You're in the Rosa Parks.
In the segregation aspects of
you in the Rosa Parks. All right.
So that is why I'm giving myself hater of the week, because that is me not preparing. That's not me setting an alarm. No, nothing. But that's me, right? The other one, I hate to give it to my favorite old young YN from Harlem, New York, Jim Jones, man. Jim Jones has had
a Jim Jones a YN.
I said an older than me. I said an old YN, sir.
He an OG.
No, he don't think so.
You said what you said. All right, bro.
Jim is 48 years old. Jim is about to be 49 next month. Mm-hmm. Jim could easily be lifting weights. Must say kicking it. Must say getting his juice game going right now. I mean, like the other rappers of his age group, such as Holiday Styles, Jadakiss,
Method Man.
You know what I mean? Method Man. But no, Jimmy wants to say that, just because Nas out here ain't like I ain't got more hits than Nas. I got more Billboard hits than Nas.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
Jim. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait,
Jim
what?
Jones.
Wait, what?
Jim Jones said he had more Billboard hits than Nas. And that he was more relevant than Nas. He's gone more viral than Nas. Mind you, the same Nas who in 1991 on Lost Professors Live at the Barbecue had I'm sorry, main sources Live at the Barbecue that Large Pro produced had half of New York City trying to find a kid who rapped, "When I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus."
The nigga fucked around and said, "All right, I'm gonna release a song said ballin', and you can't hoop. What we doing? Fuck we doing?"
Like Jim got hits. Look, that first Jim album with Certified Gangsters and Some in Miami.
No,
I liked it.
I didn't. I ain't like none of it.
Like the Emotionless joint with him and Joel's, okay. But they're delusions, man. Delusions.
That man's situation is the equivalent to P. Diddy and the family. I said what the fuck I said.
Who you know did it better? Yeah, right. No matter what we got. Victory. Sorry. It's victory.
You know who wrote that?
Yeah. One Christopher George Latour Wallace.
I know. That's why that shit was valid.
Yeah. So man, I enjoy my rappers having confidence. I enjoy my rappers having some
Sometimes,
grandeur.
but let's be real. You need you gotta know what the fuck. Yeah, you gotta know who the fuck you are. You gotta know who the fuck you are. Like, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, hey, I'm Tiger Woods," because I know how to play the shit on the PlayStation. No, chill.
I can't do it, dog. I can't do it. Like Jim doing that, and I just again, dog. I need Dipset ain't been right since the Locks versus, dog. Dipset been frayed and in tatters since that Locks versus. And mind you, Jim had beef with Nas going back to freaking I Really Mean It. It's like since 03.
You are the P. Diddy of Bad Boy. You are literally that. And no disrespect to you from Houston, you are the Jay Prince. Jay Prince ain't never rap. He is the Suge Knight.
Whoa.
Imagine if Prince.
You're calling him an executive, right? That's what you're referring to him as, an executive.
That's it. That's it. You're not a rapper.
Because I was like, Jay Prince, like I don't know if Jim Jones has ever beat the feds in a case, and the said Fed had to get a desk job.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you. And I'm not doing this with Jim Jones either.
Fucking Vamp Life. Remember that?
The man dresses like, literally. He dresses like like a grandfather, like a great grandfather. I'm gonna wear what I got in that closet,
and it better be red.
Yeah. That's it. Because the YN's gonna beat your ass if you come out the streets looking like what you want to look like. Chill, bro.
Yeah. Before we get out here, D, you got any hot takes? Any little last things you want to get off your chest in terms of football, hooping, whatever? Again,
hey, for real, like shout out to the NBA draft second round is on right now. Shout out to all those who've got drafted. Hey, but shout out to Derek Wayne, Baltimore, Maryland. Like,
he in New Orleans or not?
Yeah, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. And then shout out to I hope Ace Bailey gonna be okay in Utah. Cause they gonna say some words to you ain't gonna like.
Yeah, Utah is the most low stakes, low pressure situation in the league, to be honest with you.
And they only know one word to start with the N.
No, because according to Vernon Maxwell, they ain't had internet, so you know how that goes. Shout out Mad Max. Real quick. This ain't even sporty, but I know what you said next topic about KD going to the Rockets.
We're not doing that.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this. 2 years ago, I said the Rockets just got to win 40 games. They got to win 41 games. They got to be over 500. They did that. Last year, I said the Rockets got to make the playoffs. They were the 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
This upcoming season, given some of the moves, get to the second round at least. I'm not going West Finals. I ain't going Finals.
You sound like a Commanders fan.
Hell no. No. Don't you dare put that shit on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you fucking dare do that. Don't you dare do that. Nah. Because you know what a Commanders fan is? Again, and I have some people who are Commanders fans. I love them to death. However, you have some people who got a little bit too spicy after they beat Detroit last year, who was a shell of themselves on defense. And you notice they got real spicy and got real disrespectful going to the NFC Championship game. And what happened?
Belts the ass.
Belts 55-23. Belts
the ass.
Belts the ass. So this is why I'm telling you now. I am tempering expectations. All I said was they got to get out the first round. That's it.
I'm mad at that situation strictly because KD needed to come home. If KD had came home with what they drafted, he'd be okay. KD trying to win a ring, and he's looking at that dumbass shit. To be honest with you, if he would have came home and or went back to OKC, it'd have been a situation. Because you ain't got to start. All you got to do is give at least in one quarter. Just low management. Let's do 8 minutes in a quarter. That's all. Fuck your team.
Damn. What the hell we do to you? Shit. All I know is this.
I was a Shaq and Penny fan, and what happened was y'all swept this. Fuck y'all.
We still on the 95 finals, dog. Hey, don't blame Shaq and Penny for that. Blame Nick Anderson bricking ass with the 4 free throws. Man, career wasn't the same. But yeah, dog, no, the NBA gonna be real nice when they come back around. NFL gonna be real dumb nice when they come back around. Ashe this weekend gonna be real dumb nice. And but I forgot to ask, how's Flight Club this weekend?
Flight Club was dope. I've seen some different things from Andino, pure ignorance. Yeah, they a problem. Jordan Blade and Ill, they're gonna be champions for a minute. It was a good show. The house getting packed. After a while, I felt like in a year they're gonna have to move that shit elsewhere or extend more chairs. So shout out to all the talent that participated. Like, keep doing your thing, man. Like, keep doing your thing. The boys enjoyed themselves, man. Your nephews did, like, they keep talking about it. So they won't. I don't think they'll have nothing until October, around D-Day. But if they do, you gotta bring your ass down here.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen because again, it's a lot of progress, man. And then even while I'm down in Houston this weekend, I might check out Reality of Wrestling. Speaking of Reality of Wrestling, go check out Cron.com, see my interview, my profile on what Reality of Wrestling has going on, including the one and only Zillify 2. We might get clearance to actually run the audio from that interview for next week's episode. We gotta talk to a couple powers that be, but since it's out in the world now, you know what I'm saying? We might be able to run that next week. Again, all of it's timely. Ain't none of it like, you know, ain't none of like too out of place. So yeah. So go read that. We'll drop the link in the description with the latest you know, me with the pen, so to speak. But yeah, that's this week's episode of 2DopeMarks, man. We appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out Jermaine, shout out Corey, shout out everybody that likes and shares our stuff. We appreciate it so much. You help build our community. I'm not saying again, we share it all because hey, man, the Black wrestling community is literally we all handling the earth. We all come together. We all share each other's work. We all give each other, you know what I'm saying, props, love, and all that. Again, you can find 2DopeMarks on Twitter at 2DopeMarks, at Instagram, same. Threads, same. Facebook, same. You know what I'm saying? We got a Facebook page. Sharing content, things of that sort. We're live every Thursday night, 7:15 Eastern, on demand on Fridays. Like, rate, review. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with your folk. And D, say something nice to the people.
Based on it's been hot everywhere, 100 degrees, 98 degrees, 500 degrees. Stay cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. Stay cool. And oh yeah, one more thing. Wear deodorant with goddamn aluminum in it because it's a heat dome on the East Coast, and I already know how it is down south. Wear some damn deodorant.
Funky asses.